This news update is brought to you by This is the 6 p.m. Barbados Today update for Wednesday, October the 1st, 2014. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Good evening. The Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association is staying clear of accusations leveled against it by the Barbados Agricultural Society. Yesterday, BAS Chief Executive Officer James Paul charged that the BHTA was pressuring the government to remove the Memorandum of Understanding as one of the conditions attached to hotels being granted access to tax concessions. The MOU addresses support for hotels for local farmers to get priority over foreign imports when buying agricultural supplies. BHTA President Sunil Chatrani tells Barbados through its PR firm that it's not appropriate to comment on the BAS criticism at this time, as negotiations regarding the concessions are still ongoing. And Education Minister Ronald Jones gives an A grade to the Springer Memorial School as students, teachers, staff and alumni held big birthday celebrations today. As the school marked 50 years, Jones says there's much to be proud of. He lauded the only remaining all-girls public secondary school on the island for its exemplary performance in the academics and sports.
I know every year there is a rush to get into Springer School. Can we get transfer? Can we get Unfortunately, many can't. Occasionally, one or two are accommodated, but once the allocation is done, you can hardly get in. It's already full up. Or somebody comes for some other reason. Because the school has held its banner high, and they have not corrupted the banner, and therefore people have no problem, no hesitation whatsoever to say, I want to go. Well, somebody said it to that. Beacon? Let's use the word beacon. What? Beacon on Government Hill. And I will have no problem if I had a young child to sing my child to this beacon on Government Hill.
The ceremony featured a range of speeches, songs and poems from present and past students. Minister Jones also unveiled a plaque to mark the occasion. It was also a proud moment for Principal Pauline Benjamin, who says the school's future is bright, while noting that scores of Springer graduates were excelling all over the globe. Benjamin challenged her students to do well.
The present students need to appreciate their history and the rich legacy and the contributions made, and that's why I'm very happy that so many past students are here, so that they can see that you too were students like them and you are making your contribution to society.
Meantime, there's a call for all stakeholders to play a critical role in strengthening the country's educational system. Chief Education Officer Laurie King also urged teachers and students to continue to strive for the highest ideals of education. He thinks that was the only way Barbadians could continue enjoying a standard of living equal to that of the developed world. King was speaking at a church service to mark the start of Education Month this morning.
If we are to adequately prepare persons to function efficiently in modern society, if we are to educate creative minds and create productive citizens, there must be collaboration among all entities, public and private sector agencies, non-governmental organizations, as well as interest groups who all have a role to play in this process, in order to ensure that we continue to produce citizens who are knowledgeable and skilled, who are conscious of their responsibilities, and who are committed to making a contribution to national development We must create an enabling environment that fosters and promotes lifelong learning and self-actualization.
And relief for residents of several St. Michael communities who complained that the canal, which runs through Halls Road, was a breeding ground for mosquitoes. People living in Bibby's Gap, Chase Road, Ellis Village and Halls Road claim they are falling sick with symptoms associated with dengue fever and chikungunya. 24 hours after speaking to Barbados Today on the issue, heavy equipment was in the area cleaning up. A guard wall on Somerville Road near Her Majesty's Prison at Dal St. Philip, where a transport board bus overturned last month, is under repairs. You would remember that 42-year-old Steve Haynes was slightly injured after the bus he was driving broke the barrier of the bridge and overturned into a ravine. Today, when Barbados Day visited the area, workmen were busy reinforcing the wall and rebuilding the section which the bus went through, making it safe again for the traveling public.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
Across the waters to Antigua, where all fraud charges against Attorney General Ted Roy Cutie Benjamin have been dropped. The police commissioner, Veer Brown, today advised a magistrate's court that his department did not have enough evidence to prosecute the AG. Benjamin was charged on 3 counts back in 2008 after a Jamaican national, Shane Anthony Allen, obtained an Antigua passport using documents signed by Benjamin. The top cop also said that the police could not locate Allen, a key witness to the cases. Director of Public Prosecutions Anthony Armstrong says the dismissal was inevitable as the police was never in possession of enough evidence to mount a case. Further afield in Texas, to be exact, several children who health authorities believe came into contact with the first U.S. Ebola patient are being monitored at home for symptoms. The situation is causing much anxiety among parents who are extremely concerned about that development. We get more in this report.
This morning, a frantic community searching for anyone who may have come in direct contact with the Ebola patient, now in critical condition in this Dallas hospital. As investigators hone in on roughly a dozen people the man came into direct contact with, including the first responders who picked up the unidentified Liberian man Sunday in this ambulance, now under quarantine, as well as 4 or 5 children and several adults, possibly family members in Texas the man was visiting.
That BBC Reports brings us to the end of our 6 p.m. Barbados Today update. We'll be back again at 7 in the morning. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper and email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media and bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you for the latest news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a great evening.
This news update is brought to you by